You got cash? Do you want cash? Got my boy right here, Chris with Fidelity Lending, is about to let us know how we can get some. So let's talk about cash. So welcome back, guys, to Monday Mortgage Minute.
It might be a little more than a minute, but we'll give it that.
Yeah. So, buying a house,
Yep.
a lot of people are scared because down payment.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
the one thing that I hear. People want to, they're like, yeah, but I can't afford a down payment.
Right.
Let's talk about how we can get some cash to these people.
I cannot agree with you more, because I'll tell you what, man, in the last 2 weeks, I want to say 80% of the calls that I've had is, Chris, man, I'd love to get a place. Rents are ridiculous. They're through the roof. I can't even find a rental. Dude, I need to get out of this rental that I'm in because my landlord sucks. The place has mold, whatever. Okay, so the cool thing is we have this kick butt program. Okay, came out. Everybody's been talking about it. It's got a lot of play. It's Homes for Heroes, down payment assistance program.
Heard about this?
Yeah, man. So it's first responders. It's for people in the medical field. It's for doctors. It's for firemen. It's all that other stuff, right? So it's a great program. So we can get them down payment assistance. And now everyone's starting to think, hey, maybe now I got some money coming from my tax refund.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe, hey, listen, you know what? Maybe we can pair this all up and really be in a good position to buy a home right now.
Okay. So what makes you a hometown hero? In my mind, like, I have some ideas what could be a hometown hero.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, even say my delivery guy. That's a hero because he brings me stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
the Amazon guy's here.
Right?
Okay. So the cool thing is this. Unfortunately, for the Hometown Hero program, okay, that's more geared towards like doctors, teachers, anybody that was in the form of military, things like that. That's geared for that, right? But you're right. There's a ton of people that don't fit that mold. Great news. I got 14 other programs, bro. 14 other programs that we can look into.
Awesome.
So yes, the Amazon guy can get some love from Chris.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. The cool thing is this. One of the things that people aren't really talking too much about, because they don't really, what happened is this. So first-time home buyer programs, we've had them for years.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this Hometown Hero program came out, so now all of a sudden everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. But as quick as they're getting on the bandwagon, they want to get off the bandwagon because they don't get paid the same way.
So when you're saying jumping on the bandwagon, you're talking about the actual lenders?
Yeah,
and the
so you
banks?
have other lenders that are saying, oh, okay, hey, we'll offer this program because it's getting a lot of airtime. Okay, well, now everybody's kind of backing up saying, I don't get paid the same way. We don't make as much money, yada, yada, yada. Well, I own the company. So my attitude is this. I don't care that we make less money. Dude, we need to get people in houses.
Yeah.
Okay? Because what better way to build a community is to build it with people that own a home. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
okay? They're staying here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to have those people, okay, buy homes. Then what happens is this: after they buy the house, they go to Home Depot, they're going to Lowe's, they're going to Ace Hardware, they're going to all these other places. They're going to the nursery. They want to get flowers. They want to get whatever. Okay. So it's all good.
Hey there.
It's all good. Mr. Brody, you want to come talk about some money?
I love it.
Perfect example. The dog. You have a dog, right? You want a backyard for your dog.
Yes.
Or for your kids or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're building a community. So now people can go get a dog because maybe their rental, they don't allow a dog.
Most
you know
rentals
what I'm saying?
don't.
So this is a great program. Okay, and we'll call it the Brody program because that's our
awesome.
mascot.
What are the chances of that?
I know, really. So people are gonna be like, they staged that. We, for real, I swear to God, we did not stage that. So, but anyway, so we have a lot of other programs that we can utilize. Okay, that we can get people into homes with other down payment assistance funds.
Okay, so I mean, do all lenders have these programs, or how does this work?
All right, so here's the thing.
I'm still learning, guys.
Not everybody lender.
Just so you know, I'm learning here too. So, and if you have any questions, pop them in the comments here, guys, because we have a straight line of contact with Chris, and we can get all questions answered. So what happened was this. Like I said, we've been doing it for a long time. So there's been other programs out there. Okay. But quite honestly, the lenders don't get paid the same. They get paid less because the down payment assistance programs, the way they work is everything is exactly the same. So if you do a Homes for Heroes, I can't change nothing.
I can't change the interest rate. I can't change the fees. I can't change a thing. It's the exact same thing for everyone across the board. So there are certain instances where I'll sit down with somebody and maybe they have a down payment. And they say, hey man, I got a down payment and everything like that. And I'll say to them, okay, I can get you money, but we can actually do it a little cheaper this way.
Okay.
And we can get them a better interest rate, or we can get better whatever. So there's tons of options, tons.
Yeah.
Now, the Hometown Heroes, great program. Everybody jumping on the bandwagon. Everybody's saying, whoa, time out. Doing a lot of work on this. We're not getting paid the same amount of money. I want to jump off this bandwagon, and we'll just do regular loans again. Okay? Chris and Fidelity Lending say, no. You know, I got my boy here that wants to get some of his people in there and then talk to you a little bit about going to buy a home.
Yeah.
You know, we need to make that happen. So how do we do that? We get other down payment assistance programs.
So you can stack?
You can't stack because one of them is pretty stout. Okay. But there's a great thing going on right now too. And that great thing is this. Inventory has slid up a little bit.
Yes.
Now, what does that do for us? Hey, seller says, hey, listen, you know what? I really want to make this move. This house has now been sitting 60 days. The good news is this. We have options. Okay, now, we also have people about to ready to do their taxes. So now we have another opportunity, and that other opportunity is stop. Before you do your taxes and you turn around and you just write everything in the world off and now you don't qualify for a house, call us before you do the taxes.
Okay.
Let's talk about this a little bit. Let's say, hey, listen, time out.
Okay, so when it comes to taxes, we should probably wait before we do our taxes? Are you gonna kind of...
I think what we should do is this. Before you do your taxes, come in and sit down with us.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about, hey, listen, time out. Yeah, you know, you're self-employed, and yeah, it's great to write everything in the moon and the stars and the sun, but if you want to qualify for some of this free money, you know, maybe we need to show that we make a little income.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, so the other thing too is this, you know, we have a lot of self-employeds out there, okay? How do we do with those self-employed borrowers? So this is another big thing.
One right here.
This is going to be another episode that we're going to be dealing with. This will be our next episode. We're going to talk about how do we get the self-employeds into a home.
And really, guys, good point. Look out for the next video on that. But one point I want to make now, start now.
Yep.
You know, like it makes total sense. You want to start showing, you don't want to change the ways you're getting paid, all those things. But yeah, next video. But yeah, that's a good point because I'm learning all this myself as well.
Now, another big thing is this. Okay, I just said we have inventory coming up, and you shook your head and said, yeah, we do. Now, listen, guys, this could be a short-term thing. And this is a no-joke scenario here, okay? Stop and think a second. We're starting to get some inventory, okay? People are rolling down to the west coast of Florida. They're starting to see how banged up and stuff things are. They're starting to get the gist of, hey, listen, you know what? This might not come back for years to come, okay? So I do think we're going to have some people slide into our coast. Now, the other piece of the puzzle is this. They're starting now the rebuild process on the West Coast, which means materials and stuff are going to be in high demand on the West Coast of Florida, which means our new home builders over here aren't going to have the ability to get product as much.
Everything's taking a little longer.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So what's going to happen is this. We're going to watch that inventory start to trickle away. So right now, honestly, you know, when they say, hey, I had this golden opportunity, guys, golden opportunity, it's right here, right now. Yes. We got free money and we got inventory.
Yeah.
And what about this? What about if you're a veteran and we can get you some down payment assistance program? What if we put them in the house for free?
Tell me more.
Come on.
Tell me more.
Free.
All right.
A veteran, you can get 100% financing.
Okay.
We do the down payment assistance to cover closing costs and prepaids and stuff like that.
So this is kind of like a stack.
It's a stack. There we go. Okay. What if you work with my boy with this $1 million smile that walks in and says to the seller, hey, I need to get a little bit of money, closing cost credit. What if it's an FHA borrower? And what if my boy hooks you up here and gets you a closing cost credit and I hook you up with some down payment money? What if an FHA buyer walks in with like $1,000 out of pocket?
There you go.
Okay. How much is it to get first class and security into a rental?
There you're talking $6,000.
Okay. What if we do it? What if we could do? If we could do that for $1,000, how many people out there you think would want a home?
Yeah, man, that's huge. And really, man, owning, it just makes total sense, man.
Because the dog is in the backyard.
Yeah,
he's hanging out. So.
Yeah, no, very cool. So, you know, that's one thing, you know, and that's why we do this. There are ways, and all you got to do is just reach out. Say, hey, I'm thinking of buying a house.
Yep.
That's where it starts. I mean, you know, then we have the conversation. We look at the finances. We look at credit. And then we pull some strings.
Like, and all of a sudden,
it looked like I was milking a cat. But we pull some strings. Pull some strings, and then that's how it happens.
Absolutely, man.
Very cool. So we talked about Hometown Heroes. We talked about FHA. So really, how does Hometown Heroes connect with FHA? Is it the same?
Okay, so the Hometown Heroes program, we can use it on an FHA loan, we can use it on a conventional loan, we could use it on a VA loan.
What does FHA stand for?
Federal Housing Administration.
Okay.
So FHA.
You know what? For the longest time, and I know this now, I used to think it was First Time Home Buyer
Association.
Well,
FHA is the original First Time Home Buyer program, but it's not limited to just First Time Home Buyers. And a lot of people think if you've owned a home already that you wouldn't get an FHA loan. And a lot of people think that FHA, I don't want an FHA loan, I want a conventional loan. Sometimes an FHA loan is better than a conventional loan.
Let's can you go into that?
Sure.
Like, what are the benefits of the FHA compared to a conventional?
Okay, so on a conventional loan, the debt to income ratio and the ratios that we have to follow are much tighter.
Yes.
On FHA, it's much looser.
Okay.
So on a conforming loan right now, rates are a tad bit higher than on the government loans. So FHA is going to have a little bit lower interest rate. Ooh. So if you stack up, you can qualify for more house and you have a little bit lower interest rate, you think you're going to be able to buy more home or less home on an FHA.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing, is we're popping people into FHA because they're saying, hey, I can't really find what I want for $250, but $275 I can make it happen. Well, they might not fit the $275 bucket conventional, but $275 all day long at FHA, we might even take it to $285.
Okay.
Now, what most people don't realize is this: when you're looking at houses, $25,000, $50,000 swings, people think, oh, that's no big deal. Oh no, sometimes it's a difference of a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom. Sometimes it's a 3-bedroom and a pool versus no pool. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's, hey, I have this target area that I want to be where all my cronies are in an area where my kid can jump on the bike and ride around and see all of his friends. So sometimes that $25,000 could be a lifestyle difference for a family.
And like I said, you guys, I did a video a couple weeks ago. You want to buy a house. What do? You got to talk to a lender. I mean, without this information, I mean, you're just shooting in the dark. You're gonna go find something you love and find out you can't get it, or you may be selling yourself short and thinking that you could only go so far and you could actually spend another 50 grand and find the perfect home. So, you know, that's a great point. I'm glad, you know, we're talking about this. You wanna buy a home, let's talk to a lender, guys. You know, I'm gonna have Chris's information here on the video in the description. You could reach out, guys, and this, you know, that's what it's about. You know, we're here to teach. You know, we want to be a resource for you. And once again, any questions that you guys have, any ideas that you want us to do videos on, put them in the comments. We will make them up for you guys, you know?
Absolutely. You know, the other thing, and this is a question maybe for your accountant, you know, it's tax time, you're about to go into your accountant and stuff like that. If you say to them, hey, if I bought a home, right? And let's just say hypothetically you're renting a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, right? And let's just say hypothetically you work from home, right? Because nobody works from home now. Right? So if you go to your accountant and say, hey, listen, if I were to have a 4-bedroom home and one of them is a true home office, okay, can I write that home office off on my taxes? So ask your accountant that, and let's get the little dialogue going with that, because maybe your work can actually start help you paying for your own.
Yeah. I know when I do my taxes, there's a little place in there that asks if you have an office, but it's a small percentage. I'm sure that's
something's better than nothing.
Yeah. But I think, you know, with an accountant, they could have it to where you could show how much more work you do out of the house. You know, there's definitely ways. Yeah, very cool, man. Well, so are there any other ways to get money? We have the Hometown Heroes, right?
Right. Then we have Escambia County bond, we have Florida bond, we have, we have, like
Really?
I said, yeah, we have like 14 different bond programs outside of Homes for Heroes. So some of them, you have to pay money back, some of them you don't.
Okay.
What we like to do is this, we start off with, how can I get you free money? And then work our way all the way to, if you were to sell or refinance, you would then have to pay it back. But let me just say this to you. If you're hanging out in a rental, and I say to you, hey, I'm going to get you 10 grand.
Yeah.
And at the end, if you ever sell or you ever refi, you got to get this 10 grand back.
Yeah.
Would you be upset about that?
Not at all.
Okay.
I mean, it's a loan.
So let's do this.
And then, do you have to pay interest on that?
Some of them you do, most of them you don't.
Okay.
But let's run this scenario real quick. If I buy a $300,000 house, right? On average, homes go up in value. On average, if we take a long haul look, they go up 5% per year.
Yeah.
Right? So if I take a $300,000 home times 5%, that means I'm going to be a whopping $15,000. So if you don't buy and you don't borrow that money, you didn't make $15,000. Let's just say 5 years go down the road and you sell or refinance and you go, oh wow, I have to pay back 10 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you made $15,000 the first year. You made more the second year because it's going up in value, it's going up in value, it's going up in value.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't take the incremental growths and you had $15,000 for 5 years, that's 60 grand. If I said to you, I'm going to hand you 10 grand, in 5 years you'll have 60 grand, you just pay me back the 10. You're going to be upset about that?
Not at all. And
exactly.
And then not only that, look at the whole other side. How much money you spent monthly
in rent
and you lost.
Gone.
Yeah. No, very good point, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, awesome info, man. You have anything else about some money?
Listen,
how we can get some?
You know what? The biggest thing I think we need to do is everybody. One of the things that I think we were joking a little bit about. One of my favorite people last week, who likes the blanket thing and everything is the same for everybody in a financial situation.
Yeah.
I think that could not be further from the truth. So I think the number one thing we really need to do is, like Jesse said, listen, guys, you got to reach out to us. Everyone's situation is different. Okay, and if we are sitting here talking right now, basically what we're doing is we're throwing darts. We're trying to catch your attention to say, hey, listen, guys, we have money. Okay, now, how does that pertain to you? So if you guys get on the phone with us, sit down with us, talk to us, call us on the phone, do a Zoom meeting, whatever you want to do. Okay, let's figure out what works for you. Your family, your situation, your dog in the backyard, your kids in the backyard, whatever it is. Let's find out what's important to you. Maybe it's a 3-car garage because you have a hobby and you like to collect cars. Maybe your kid's into dirt bike racing and you need to store those dirt bikes. Whatever it is, we want to hear your story and we want to make your dreams come true. Because I can tell you this beyond any shadow of a doubt. Nobody in the world gets more excited to get a homeowner into the home than this man right here and this man right here. Okay, we absolutely love it. And I don't really care what I make because I can tell you this much. There's no greater feeling in the world than going into Home Depot or to Peter's Hardware or whatever, and you see somebody and they say to you, hey, how you doing? Thank you so much again for getting me into that home. And P.S., by the way, it's worth $150,000 more than when I bought it. So I could not love you any more than I do today. I'm like, that's a great feeling.
That's what it's about.
Not only are we helping people own a home, realizing that dream, which that is a dream that people have all over the world, to own a home. So for us to be able to help you guys get that dream is immeasurable what it does back to us in feeling good and pride and everything like that. But it's so nice to turn around and have somebody say to you, hey, you helped me build wealth. And I'm talking about big time wealth. Because I don't know about you, but $150,000 in equity to do nothing other than pay a payment that you were doing on a rental anyway, to me, that says wonders about what we do.
It takes the average person more than 3 years working full time to
all the money.
Yes.
All the money, not what's left over.
No,
all the money.
Just make that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
no, man, that's a great point, guys. That's why we're in this business. We love to help.
Yep.
So, Chris, once again, thank you so much.
All right.
That was awesome. We'll see you guys.